A few months back, I reviewed PaperLike, which is the best matte screen protector for artists for the iPad. Well, those guys are back with PaperLike 2, and I've got it. We're going to talk about it in a second.
I ain't getting out of bed today. Keep waking up from the previous night.
I'm John, and I do reviews and tutorials on programs and devices that help the creative process. Now join me and remember who you were supposed to be by clicking that subscribe button, click that bell, and you'll be notified anytime I upload new content. Your screen protectors come in this cardboard envelope here to prevent bending. Once unpacked, you're going to have two PaperLike 2 screen protectors, a set of instructions, 2 wet and dry wipes, guide and some dust stickers. And this is going to be new. Instead of a dry cloth, they actually give you a proper microfiber cloth. You're going to want to shut this iPad down. Option 1 is from settings under general. Option 2 is hold the volume button down with power at the same time. Right, so this is similar to my PaperLike 1 video, except they reversed the colors on the 1 and 2 stickers. But you see here we're placing the screen protector on top of the iPad and using the guide stickers to basically create a bookbinder. Wiping down the iPad with both the included wet wipe and then the microfiber, and then we're going to remove the dust here with the included sticker. As I remove this, a pretty clean install down, and I think I'm ready to go here. I'm smoothing out the bumps, and I believe I'm almost, I'm almost to the finish line. I'm almost home. Jan did a video on the PaperLike channel, and he did a much better job than I did in the video, but you're going to want to check that out before you do the install. Now at this point, once I peeled off the top cover, this is where everything went wrong. Now mostly, I would say 90% is from user error. I just wasn't paying attention. I ripped the entire screen protector off at one point. I had a million bubbles everywhere, and I wanted to show right here actually that I did get a completely bubble-free installation. I suggest you check my first PaperLike video. I have a full walkthrough of when I did this correctly. I'll link to it above. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a separate video so I don't bore everybody to death with 10 minutes of fixes on how, if you run into any trouble, what I did to specifically get every single bubble out of not only PaperLike 2 but any other matte screen protector, and I'll post that shortly after this video. Now after installation, we can see this is only 0.12 millimeters thick. It's amongst the thinnest matte screen protector you're going to get for an iPad, so it's not going to take up a lot of real estate or affect your pen pressure or anything like that. I've got something to admit to some of you people. In the last couple of months, as I'm getting older, I had to start wearing reading glasses. And when I put the reading glasses on, I did notice on PaperLike version 1 some of the colors, rainbow effect that people were talking about. Now, it wasn't like all on my face or something like that, like life-changing, but I did notice it where I may not have noticed it before. So I made sure in doing the PaperLike 2 review, I wore my glasses, and then I did a comparison with some pictures that I'll show PaperLike 1 here, and then PaperLike 2 here, but the pictures don't do it justice. Honestly, there's a stark difference between PaperLike 1 and PaperLike 2. So this nano dot technology that Jan talks about is obviously doing the trick. And the reason is, any matte screen protector, just the way it works, it filters the light, right? So it disperses the colors. That means that's why you're seeing that rainbow look. And what they found a way to do is somehow, through the sprinkling of dots, the way they describe it, is they disperse the light in a different way so that you're not getting that rainbow effect. I also noticed, after wearing my glasses, that there is less of a, what I would call a screen door effect. In other words, PaperLike 1 and Cintiqs and a lot of other screen protectors, you're seeing the texture, I guess, on the screen protector, and it looks a little bit like a screen door. You can only notice it on really white backgrounds, and you really have to be looking for it. But in the comment section and different reviews that I've watched, I noticed that the rainbow is one, and the screen door effect, can affect different people in different ways. Not just in the screen protectors, but on Cintiqs and such. So I wanted to mention it, that it was a really major improvement for me, using different reading glasses just to make sure I saw it. And the eventual outcome was whatever they've done over there at PaperLike 2, it's been a success. Here is the exact same test we did for PaperLike 1. It's the same time of day, it's the same picture, and you can see the PaperLike 2 map protector does a great job blocking out the sun. It's about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. The sun is right on the iPad at maximum brightness. Now I wanted to talk about the drawing experience, and what I noticed is when some people get these sort of textured screen protectors, they're comparing it to another digital drawing experience, aka a Cintiq or something like that. This screen protector isn't designed to act like a Cintiq. It's designed to mimic the feel of paper, which is why in the promotional videos and such like that, they talk about note-taking and things like that. So if you're looking for really a comparison without buying a device, go get a piece of loose leaf paper and a lead pencil and try using that, because it's more like that than it is another digital art device. So differences between PaperLike 1 and 2. More resistance, meaning, just against the thing. Not more noise and not more grain, not more texture. Just a little bit more resistance like you would have lead on paper. So this particular thing that they've advertised, they've succeeded. There's definitely a difference between PaperLike 1 and 2 in that regard. And I noticed even when I attempted to do a sound test, it's not the same. You're not getting that same scratch, scratch, scratch. So this is a little bit more than a revision. This is, to me, is more from the ground up. They've redesigned this product, and so far I'm really happy with it. I took a week before I did the review. I mean, it took me 2 days because I screwed up the installation, but beyond that, I've been watching videos, I've been drawing, I've been reading text to make sure I wasn't getting that screen door effect, and I'm extremely happy with the product. So would I recommend it? Well, one, if you have PaperLike 1, you really have to see the differences. If you're happy with PaperLike 1 and you don't find a need to upgrade, then don't. If you're looking for a little bit more resistance, if you're sensitive to that rainbow sort of effect that I've talked about, or that screen door effect, then upgrade. It's worth the upgrade. If you don't have any screen protector at all and you're an artist, you owe it to yourself to see what the experience is like using something specifically designed for the shortcomings of the iPad Pro and iPad in general, and that is just drawing on glass, because drawing on glass is trash. I don't know when these manufacturers are going to figure it out, but putting a pen against something completely smooth is garbage. So I'm very happy that companies like this exist. I'm happy to support them. Any questions that I had, with Jan and team, they get back to you right away. There is a guarantee on the product. I mean, you don't have anything to lose. I know the issue of price comes up, and you can go buy something from Amazon a lot cheaper, but I mean, it's not the same thing, and you probably paid $1,000 for the iPad, so I really don't get into that thing. I think, kind of people should knock it off about it. Myself, I'm always looking for the best experience. I mean, I'm not going to pay, $200 for it, but they send you to, the price is reasonable, so thumbs up. I definitely recommend it. I definitely thank you guys for watching this video and supporting the channel. We're making headway here. We're growing slowly, so that allows me to do other reviews. And please put any questions or comments below. I'll answer them the best I can, and I'll check you guys out in the next one.